here, and we're still talking about first impressions with HR consultant Diane Walker. Good morning, Mrs. Walker.
Good morning.
And welcome to our Smile Corporate Mingle.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, you notice you have to be behaving. You have to be on our best behavior. Is this?
No, man, just flex yourself. It's
Okay.
all easy.
Is that easy thing
Yeah,
when you go to a
relax.
corporate mingle?
Yes, be yourself, you know. You want to be authentic.
Okay.
You want to be what you're not. So that's important.
That's the first. That's
Yeah.
the first tip that
Yeah,
we've gotten.
yeah, yeah.
But what are some of the other tips or rules of attending, how to behave at a corporate mingle?
Okay, one thing I would want to say is that
Speak up,
the
yeah.
first thing, most of all, is that you look at your image. What are you taking to the table? So if you come and look, for want of a better word, pop down, it really draw attention.
Oh, but you know,
No, we're not going to pop down people.
Right.
But your
Everybody
image and
knows.
appearance is critical. Also, you want to look at your posture. Yes. So,
she said that everybody goes, breathe.
so you don't want to be slouching and, you know, some move through. You want to move across to talk to somebody.
Sprightly.
You want to walk with confidence.
Why is that important?
Like, you know, why is it important? Because it speaks to confidence. It knows, it says, I know what I'm about. I am who I am.
Right.
I'm in my own skin.
Right.
Right. So it's critical. So you think of somebody coming across to talk to you and just a strolling, so. You don't want to speak to that person.
No, no.
But if you walk out with confidence,
You walk out, my girl, walk out.
yes, you come with an introduction.
Yes.
So you want to ensure you have that introduction, right? So you don't want to be eaming and awing. So what you do? No, you come and you introduce yourself. And you want to do it quick and concise. Quick.
Yes.
So you say to what you are, what you do, and you ensure you make your eye contact.
Okay. Do companies train their staff, or should companies train their staff for
I believe
corporate
it's
mingles?
critical.
Yeah.
It is critical.
Why?
Because if it's your employees that you're investing in, you want them to go, especially if you want them to sell the product, you have to invest in that. So even companies that I have worked, it was something that we took seriously. Managers had to be trained as to how they conduct themselves when they go out.
Okay. There is a stigma that says that when you go to corporate mingles, you're not supposed to drink because, you know, it can be looked at as a negative thing, like you're drinking on the job. What's your stance on that?
You have to drink for mingle.
Hey.
But you have to drink and manage that. So in other words, you don't want to be overdoing it, you're going to be getting drunk.
Okay.
But you do what is manageable. One beer, a little vodka, but nothing too much.
Mrs. Walker, it sounds like you are a pro at these things.
She's been to plenty. You've been to plenty corporate mingles.
I would want to say I've been to plenty, but I've been to a few. Yes.
Okay, so you said the first thing is to be confident, walk out with confidence and handle myself well. How do I introduce myself as an entrepreneur to another person that is in the building? So say we have Camille and we have Siobhan. How do we have them introduce themselves to each other?
Okay, you want to be quick and concise. You want to get your point across. So as I listened when they spoke earlier, you spoke about photography, Camille. What I would do in a situation like is just give her the results. When you use me as a photographer, the pictures are very superb. They stand out. There's none other. You want to speak to the results. You just don't want to say, I am a photographer. Speak to the results. When you use me as a photographer, you go on places.
Hey.
In a Jamaica vernacular, I turn up. So you want to speak with that kind of confidence.
Right.
And say your results. But
Even
quick.
if you don't have that kind of confidence.
Even if you don't have it, dig down in your big toe and come up with it.
Oh, I like
It takes
this.
practice,
I
yes.
like this.
Remember, at the end of the day, you know, you're selling yourself and you're selling your product.
Very true.
So it's good to also practice. Practice before, but make it quick, sharp, and concise.
And there's no template to all of this.
I would have said there's a template, you know. Again, it comes back to being authentic. So if you're not authentic, we have an issue. Right? So you have to be just like how you relax. And you come on and you dance and you wear the pants bad. Stuff like that. You spoke about your hair. You spoke about your hair.
Okay.
And you keep stroking that. That's you.
Yeah, that's what we
So you
do.
have to be authentic.
So
yes.
we are ourselves
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the show
yes,
for
you have
the
to
most
be, you
part.
have to be.
Okay, so we heard you tell us about how Camille introduced herself. What about Siobhan? Was that the right way?
What
Was
I
there
like
anything
about
you could
Siobhan, when she
adjust?
took the mic, you couldn't help but see the nails.
Hey,
Shut. So you saw them.
advertising.
Yes, and she told a story because she said from she was small, she was using straw. So I would say, go in a little bit more pepping up, pep up the voice, speak that we could hear you. You're a little bit on the shy side, but guess what? It's TV. Yes.
And when that kicks in the morning, you know how
yes,
that goes.
yes. But it was well.
Mrs. Walker is an expert
Yes,
if I've ever
it
seen one.
seems so. She's on the ball. All right, so any more tips for us when we're at a corporate mingle?
At a corporate mingle, it is critical that you make a connection. Eyes is critical for connection. You don't want to be finding and finding and picking anywhere. You want to look at the person and make the eye connection is critical. Smile. Real smile, not the plastic smile.
Not this one.
Because you can't pick up the fake one.
Yeah,
relax, because you're being yourself.
And eyes don't lie, yeah?
There you go. And another critical thing is a follow-up.
Follow up.
You just don't want to go and say, no. You want to have a conversation. And you don't want to come the cliche, Lord, the day hotty. No. You want to probably say something, the corporate mingle, I don't really manage them so well. You might be surprised the person feels just the same like you.
Exactly, and that might be a basis of a conversation.
Yes, true, and then the conversation starts. Then you move
That's
into
how
your
you guys
business
started.
as to what you do. And critical, last but not least, follow up.
Follow up.
Why is follow-up important? Because the person realized she took the time to come back to communicate with them, to say, listen, we met last night or last week, and I liked it in 48 hours. And what you said to me about the nails have me thinking.
Some might want to stop by and get a
there
pedi.
you go.
How
There
you
you
looking?
go. Yes.
Right.
And you ask, can I contact you? And that is when you want
So you
change
build,
the number,
you build relationships.
Right there, relationship.
So question,
Yeah.
does it mean that if I want support for my business, I have to support your own? Like, I mean, no,
works,
Camille wants Siobhan to use her photography business, maybe to do a photo shoot for the nails.
Yeah.
But can she approach her and ask her to do that without having to patronize her business?
I believe one hand can clap, so each work together, and I would encourage that, right? I'm not saying it's a given that it must be done that way, but it helps.
Okay.
It helps.
Makes
It
sense.
helps, Yeah.
Lots of tips
Learn
this morning.
anything?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we learn.
Plenty.
Stand up properly.
Yeah, I am standing.
smile.
And
And
take out the
tucking,
pocket.
remember too. Yeah.
Remember for tucking?
You're not just walk out, you know? Yeah.
Upright.
Yes.
While
Image.
tucking in thing matter, hurt my belly, I go back
That was First Impressions with HR consultant Mrs. Diane Walker.
Oh, thank you so much for coming by.
It was a
Everyone,
pleasure. I
stand up
enjoyed
straight.
And connect.
All right, we're going to go over to the entertainment set for a second so you guys can get a little bit of the corporate mingle experience and entertainment. Let's take a look.
Some more eye.